Hello, my name is Shelishia Vaughn, and for my research project, I chose non consumption and non importation efforts, the effect on the American colonies. I start my paper by giving details about the colonies and some of these dissatisfaction and some of the things that they faced under British rule. For example, in the mid 18th century, the American colonies found themselves facing growing dissatisfaction with British rule. And as tensions mounted, a powerful weapon emerged, non consumption and non importation efforts. So these tactics, they are going to require some coordination. They are going to require some cooperation among the colonies, and they're going to lay the foundation for a united resistance against British oppression. So initially, the colonists they did not immediately start war with the British like many like to perceive. When they started their protest, it was peaceful. Um, they had peaceful protests of non-consumption and non-importation against the British, which pretty much meant that they wanted to make sure that they were not consuming British goods and that they were not importing British goods, those goods that were coming from the British and the British controlled colonies. They wanted to make sure that they were not using those products because that would help further the British Empire. So, for the colonists to effectively implement these efforts, coordination and cooperation from all of the colonies were crucial. These gatherings, such as the Stamped Act Congress of 1765 and the First Continental Congress of 1774, served as platforms for open dialogue and decision making. And the colonists debated the merits of non consumption and non importation, laying out their plans for effective implementation. So, to look at some of the decisions and policies that came from these continental congresses, I used the following sources. I used reportings from the Niles Weekly Register in 1774, as well as the published writings from the Continental Congress of 1774 to support the information that I'm going to use in a paper that explains the dialogue and the decision making that was happening with the colonies. So, in order for their efforts to be successful, communication among the colonies was key in spreading awareness and garnering support. The colonists published pamphlets, they circulated newspapers that outlined the beliefs of non consumption and non importation, urging their fellow citizens to join the cause. These efforts they aim to create a groundswell of public opinion, demonstrating the collective strength that the colonies had and their commitment to challenge the British policies. Finally, my paper will focus on the impact. The impact is that the colonists learned to coordinate against the British policies. This will help shape the colonists' future as they will see that they have the ability to protest British rule. And they understood that if they act together, if they acted collectively, all of the 13 colonies together, that they could challenge British authority. And this would set them on a course to pretty much change history.